This show is so good, and we owe it all to my next guest. He's the co-founder of lostNportland, and quite an interesting man, as you soon will see.
Hey, Jude.
Yo!
What's going on?
He's up on our roof, everybody! Roy Dufek! Come on down! Yeah, that must be the best entrance
that was
anybody
awesome.
could give. Roy Dufek, everybody. So as you could tell, Roy not only does the tech for lostNportland, but he's got quite an adventurous life. Yeah. He's fallen in love with canyoneering. He runs his own social media company. He also does volunteer work with terminally ill kids, which we're going to talk about. Roy, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate having me on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So you've kind of seen this from the background.
Yeah, this is very strange to be in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm like, woo, there's all the lights, there's the cameras. Holy smokes.
I'm glad you brought your helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like shielding me from the nervousness. Yeah. It's awesome.
So Roy, let's talk about who you are and what you do. Yeah. When we met, we had mutual friends, and we both did video in the outdoors. Exactly. We did video blogs, and our friends were like, "Hey, you got to meet Roy," and Roy's friends were like, "Hey, you got to meet Chris." And it took some time for us to get together, but when we did get together, we absolutely clicked, and that was. Awesome. And that was in part to our love for adventure in the outdoors.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tell me about your history and how you've developed your love for the outdoors.
Well, I was born and raised in Phoenix, Arizona, which is just like a valley of death. And, you know, as far as there's like mountains or there's like a few hills surrounding it, and then there's just like asphalt jungle is what we called it.
Yeah.
And I just like from a young age, I always just wanted to do more and get out and just challenge myself. And like I was climbing trees, and I'd always get to some new height. You know, I always wanted to get somewhere, right?
Right. That
was just above the ground. And so I maxed out all the little hikes that you could do around Phoenix and then surrounding areas. And then come 25, I'm out of college, I have a decent job, working on my own, and I was like, you know what, I gotta find somewhere where I can really adventure.
Yeah.
You know, and I just kind of looked around, and I was like, the Pacific Northwest has it all. It's got the beach, it's got the mountain, it's got, you know, the gorge, it's got waterfalls. Like, this is my place, and I have to be here.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and it just connected me with you and so many other adventures and so many other awesome people. And it's just, the sky's the limit here. And, you know, I went from hiking to backpacking to rock climbing, and now I'm just going down waterfalls that are 150 feet, you know, rappelling down and with no way out, because you have to retrieve your rope from each rappel. And so you're mid-canyon, there's no way to rescue you, know, you're inside of a slot. So I'm just pushing the boundaries, just constantly.
Absolutely.
I get bored too easily.
And let's talk about your entrance into canyoneering, because it's become such a passionate thing for you.
Oh man, it's so addicting. It's, you know, it's a perfect combination, like I like to talk about. It's a perfect combination of adrenaline and calm.
Yeah.
And it's because you know, you're up at 130, 150 feet. All you have is a rope, and you're trusting a log to hold you in place, because that's what our anchors are. It's got to be natural. Yeah. We don't have bolts.
Right.
We don't have things like that, right? And so we got to rappel down this waterfall, and you're looking over the edge, and sometimes you can't even see until you're at the edge, because you're kind of starting at a log that's like 5 feet from the waterfall, and you're coming down, and you look over, and you're like, oh, okay.
Hundreds of feet below.
You know, and there's, I mean, you've already taken the rope from the last waterfall. I mean, there's probably on a typical canyon, there's 5 to 7 to 8, 10 waterfalls you got to rappel down, and they're all varying lengths of feet. So then you're going down, and once you start that first one, you're committed. I mean, unless you get a helicopter drop in or something and get me like I just did, then you got to go down all the way to the bottom of that drainage, wherever that is. So
yeah, and it seems like you are extremely tied to these moments of just, whether it's you as an entrepreneur or you as an adventurer outside, you're tied to those adrenaline rushes.
Yeah, I just always, I don't know, my whole goal is to just inspire others to get out, you know, like get up, get out. And so I post in social media, and I do different things to be able to like show people, like, let's look at this beautiful place you're at. You know, just go and you know, the typical, I've done the trails, I've done the backpacking, I've done those things, and so those things, and a lot of people have done them, but now I'm like pushing the boundaries more. You know, I just get bored too fast or something. I just have to do the next thing. You know, and push myself and challenge myself to inspire others to challenge themselves.
Yeah,
you know?
And what I get with Live in Portland is you're bringing that same energy. I remember our first discussion. I was telling you, like, I'd like to do a live show. And I was like, okay, I'll set up a camera here, maybe I'll have a microphone. And you're like, Chris, no, I have the solution for you.
I got you, yeah.
And so, like, the tech wizard you are, you set up this multicam system that we could feed live to Facebook, to YouTube, to our webpage, which you should follow, by the way. It's lostNportland.com.